These four walls hold the key to my misery. My liberty is victory, it's colder than my history. With God delivery, I'm leaving Mike slippery. My only mystery is, will I ever find in the peace? Wizardry is like polygamy.
Hey, we're here on the season premiere of Gem Radio, episode 33, and we got an up-and-coming artist. I don't know, he's been doing this thing for a long time. He's a producer, a rapper, and might be a genius with this project that he's coming out with. Not in terms of the music, just the way it's coming out. Like, I've never ever seen somebody release videos, podcast episodes, and then music. This is like a content-based release. I would like to introduce Koga Yokai to Gem Radio, man. How's everything been going, man?
Everything's been great. All right, I'm lying. Everything's been sort of, you feel me, like, just up until this point, the project, you know, how do you say? Like, everything that's been going on in this project has influenced, you know, greater things in the future. But the past is just catching up, you feel me? I've been alright, though, you get me?
So pretty much you're releasing this project. It's called Chapter Black, or Chapter Black Tape, whichever one. Which one is it?
Chapter Black Tape. I like that, you know, it has a little bit of ring to it, you feel me?
Now, this is releasing on November 7th, so you know this episode might be coming out a little bit more later after that. So before it's time, people probably have listened, watched, and heard a lot of things into this project. So I just want to know, like, what made you want to like go about this route with this project?
Okay, just from, you know, small recap, I had a series called the Hanyo series. It started off at the first Hanyo. It had a good amount of skits in it, you know, talking about things that happened in the government, things that just really got washed over completely. Then Hanyo Dai Yokai, which was actually a dream of me talking to an alien, and then Hanyo Taurus Effect, which was just a complete, like, it was a deja vu of what happened in the second album.
And I think Taurus Effect was the one where I think I really got familiar. Like, yeah, because when you release your projects on SoundCloud, you kind of like release them all into like as if it's a mix all together. You don't have them separate, on record separate.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing as of recently, like not even as of recently, more for the Hanyo series. Like, when I pick it up again, which is probably in the future, maybe a year or two from now, I'm definitely gonna use the same method. But it was more just to have it as like a concise message. I want the whole thing to have one thematic, effect on you.
So pretty much you wanted somebody just to listen to the whole thing. Like, you don't want them to miss certain details and things you're trying to convey within the message of these projects.
Exactly. It's like it's sort of like a psychedelic trip. You know what I mean? Like, there's things that you listen to, and you, as the whole thing passes, so many things are happening that you don't really catch on the first time. But when you listen back again, you're like, wow, that was a little crazy. Like, what did he say in this part? Or that skit was a little too deep. But I just want to slip in these messages here and there, like, yo, things are way deeper than we give credit for. Like, there's multiple layers to it.
So you most definitely are like the dark web of rap.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, that's pretty trivial.
Nah, like, we gonna get into that other shit, man. You wild, bro. We gonna get So for all the people who don't know, do know, but need to know, who is Koga Yokai?
Koga Yokai is a man, an artist. You feel me? Mainly the main thing that really I want to convey as an artist and as an icon is true. Yeah. I'm just that word. Big words, fancy words.
It's not big words, bro. It's only 4 letters.
Let me have my moment, man. The thing I want to convey as an artist and as a whole is truth, and just like giving people what they need and not what they want. That's literally the first thing that I wanted to do as a rapper when I started in 2009, was give people what they need to hear. Because there's so many things that, I want to hear about turning up. I want to hear, don't get me wrong, I enjoy music that's turning up. And you'd be surprised if you look through my playlist, there's a lot of things that are complete opposite of what I talk about. But we need to address certain things. Certain things need to be talked about.
Look, man, I already tell people it's always great to be intelligent, but it's always great to have ignorant influences in terms of music, man. It doesn't matter about all that shit as long as you know you're smart and as long as you know you got a message to give. That's all.
You ain't lying, bro. Like I love Young Thug. You feel me? Like, but
yo, all right, nigga. I remember that shit. You said you like Young Thug more than Eminem, man. I saw that shit. I don't like Eminem as much as these days, but yo, you wild for that one. Are you a troll? Bro. I gotta ask you a question. Are you a troll, my G?
Only on the weekends, man. Only on the weekends, man.
So, like, is it safe to say? Oh, actually, I'm going a little bit too ahead. Mm-hmm. How did you get that name, Koga Yokai?
Oh, it just it came from I was in North Carolina actually with my dad, and I just wanted to make music. It was Charles Hampton. Obviously, we're gonna cover that, but what you call it? I knew he had a theme with Sonic and everything like that. I'm like, yo, that's really dope. It's like, what could I, what talks to me? You get me? Yeah. And then I looked up. Literally, this is exactly what I looked up. Wolf anime character. Koga popped up. I'm like, this is exactly who speaks to where I'm at right now. Because literally, if you look at the throughout the series, Koga, he's one of the only ones that figured out a lot of things that other characters didn't figure out immediately. He was like, as soon as he met Kagome, he was like, yo, no, excuse me. What was Kagome? Why am I confusing the names? But as soon as he met the main,
is Kagome Inuyasha?
Yeah. Kagome is
I'm a nerd anyway.
Yeah, it's from Inuyasha, but like, that's what Koga comes from too. But Kagome, he's the first one to realize off the rip, like, yo, she's special. She can figure out. She knows what the Shikan Jews are at, and he tried to use it for his advantage. You get me?
Word.
And then he had an actual, a character, like literally a character flip almost. Best way to put it, like his character completely flipped from being a damn near anti-hero to just a hero almost. You get me? So there's a lot of things that parallel my life, and then just like not always being the one to get the girl. Feel me? Word. Stuff like that.
So is it safe to say that you're an anime-based rapper, or do you want to be considered in a more broader spectrum of rap?
Well, I was just gonna say, I started off as like an anime rap because that's what people knew me for, sampling anime songs. But as I developed as an artist, I was like touching so many different avenues of making music that I was like, what am I really gonna, what lane do I fit in? And then I'm not gonna lie, as of like maybe 3-4 nights ago, talking to one of my homies, and he was like, he's like, would you call yourself indie rap? I'm like, yo, I think that fits with me. Like, that's right on the money, because I don't like to stick to one genre. Even the genres that I've covered and the ones I'm covering right now as we speak are just completely different than the last project. You get me? That's what I want to do always, is just do something new, because you do the same thing over and over again, it's not gonna have the same effect. Like, and even on a personal level, it's like, I like my own music, obviously, but if I'm making the same type of song over and over again, like, what am I doing?
Right. So, what got
indie
you?
Rap.
What got you into hip hop in the first place?
We going far with this one. What really got me started with rap was, it's a cross between Big L and Charles Hampton. Because I remember I heard this one song with Jay-Z, is like Biter Writer, and there was this one clip where I heard the Big L, he said, "On the cover, holding hard, digging bubble gum," and I was like, the beat just caught me in the way, everything about it was like a literally 3-second clip, and I was like, yo, I looked up the lyrics and everything, stopped what I was doing, looked up the lyrics, and then from then on, it was like, I just went on a huge Big L kick. Still one of my favorite rappers. I cite him as top 5, hands down.
Damn.
But
I don't know, man. How can we consider somebody top 5 that didn't get to live up to the full potential? Like, he didn't get to. His life was cut short tragically.
Oh yeah. I definitely get what you're saying.
What's so crazy about that shit is one of the people who killed him was in the album track list, in like the photo with a bunch of guys in the back.
It be your own people. Like, that's what's so funny about memes. Like, for real. But I was gonna say, like, Luke, you touched a very, very accurate thing when it comes down to top 5. I always think about this. Edgar Allan Poe, he had what posthumous means. I'm not trying to say cool, you don't know. I'm just saying, like, not a lot of people know what that means. You get me?
Well, yeah, I know what that means.
Yeah, I just, for the people, people that's listening, posthumous work means that work that was appreciated and almost deified after the person was alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what really. It's not like Max being another one of my big influences. Say he's like, it's not what about if it's hot now. It's about if it's gonna be hot 20 years from now. You get me?
Exactly.
Like that's what's really, really like. Look how many people. Eminem. Speaking of, I was just joking, on online shit, but Eminem literally cited Redman and Big L as his top influences. You get me?
Where is the cops coming for you or something?
No. No, I'm right by the window, man.
Shit.
Hopefully, I hope not, man. This sounds pretty risky. You feel me?
Yeah, you wildin', man. You trying to say you all out the window like Malcolm X and shit, waiting for the cops to come.
Funny story. It's weird you mentioned it. His birthday is a day after mine. He's May 19th. I'm May 18th.
Word. So, what best describes your style of rap?
I would say stream of consciousness, but more of like, it's like you listen to me and you hear what I'm saying, but when you really listen, it's like, yo, he's saying some really, really deep stuff. Like, I want you to, and I'm getting better at that as we speak, every day. Like, I want you to enjoy it, and I want you to hear what I'm saying, and just like, man, I enjoy this. But when you really, dissect what I'm saying, word for word, it's like, yo, this is a little too real. I want people to get that feeling of when they look in the mirror for too long. That's what I want my music to give them.
That's deep.
Only on the weekends, man.
It's not the weekend, man. Just tell y'all guys, this is Monday. You get deep like this on a Monday.
Yeah, you're right. Definitely right.
Shitty.
Yeah, pretty intense.
And also you're a producer. And when I hear some of the records that you're producing, not only into like the level of like you make the beat, but how you arrange, it feels like you're on a cloud a bit.
Oh yeah, I have been for a couple of years.
So like who influences your style in terms of being a producer?
Ooh, producer wise, yet again Charles Hampton when it comes down to soul samples, but really, really influenced my production style. Oh man, I'd have to dig back to like Clark Kent.
Damn.
I had to dig back to like honestly like Lord Finesse. Honestly, I had to dig back to like Jay Dilla. You get me, like for real, like heavy hitters. Like
ain't nothing wrong with going back, man. Because at the end of the day, like everybody sounding the same in this current era.
Yeah, and a big one, honestly.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say last one, like not even last, but one of the biggest ones in recent history or recent times, definitely J. Cole. Like he, honestly, yeah, he's one of the producer-wise, lyrically, but producer-wise, people don't give him as much credit as he deserves.
No, he gets the credit. It's just that sometimes, like, I really don't know how to really word this, but I don't know if people think he, in the beginning of him producing, I think it was Born Sinner.
Yeah.
To be honest, he just renditioned old tracks. Like, he really did not, like, really add much to them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Puts a producer credit on it, and I wasn't feeling that. But I'm not gonna lie, he has progressed completely.
Yeah, he definitely did. Well, yeah, so, that's what I love about it, though. It's like to see that, it's so, like, that's exactly what influences me, on production. Like weird things outside of music influence me so much in music. Like certain things that people say and the way they say it's like, yo, just the natural essence of that, requires it makes me feel like I have to put that into song form. I have to put that into sound. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, what you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
That was basically it. It. Like, so, but the biggest, music-wise, production-wise, has to be Charles Hampton.
Word. So, you sick fuck you. Let me get into this shit. Chapter Black tape, whatever you want to call it, Chapter Black content, whatever it's going to be called at this point. Now, I was sent a lot of content by this man, viewers, listeners, some, not just music, some very disturbing views that I should not have opened up at 11 p.m. while I was about to go to bed.
Yeah. My apologies.
It's a podcast, lengthy skits, like, but you know what? Let's not go too far into this. Let's like talk about these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't watch them all like that. I just saw the first one. I was like, all right, nah. Then I saw the second one. I was like, oh, I kind of know what's gonna happen to them. And I just like,
Yeah, it was like, nah, this is too much. Like that's exactly what I wanted. Honestly.
nah. And I was just like, does this tie into the premise of the title of the project? And for those who don't know what the significance of Chapter Black is, like, what is Chapter Black? Like, I know it comes from Yu Yu Hakusho, but now but now you're applying it to reality.
Yeah, and the way that's the thing with Chapter Black. You hit the nail right on the head. It's Yu Yu Hakusho influence, and it's from an arc in Yu Yu Hakusho, right after the Dark Tournament arc, and it's based on a fictional cassette tape that has every last human atrocity on it, every last thing, and it's said to go on for like days, literally days of footage of every last thing that humans have done that's been wrong. And what I did personally with this tape, with having skits on it and having videos that are very, very grotesque, I wanted to incite very, very passionate emotions like sadness, anger, disgust, and in the first track after all the skits that happened, the first track is Jersey Dreams, and the first skit that you hear within the song is like, so you think you're better than these people on the tape? Like, we're all humans. You know what I'm saying?
What? Just to be honest with you, do not go any further with like explaining any of these skits, because I'm gonna like ask you a question based off of those skits.
Okay.
So I don't want you to go too far in there. I'm gonna be like, damn, I lost the question.
I feel you, bro. My bad. Go ahead. Do your thing.
But like, so pretty much the point of these violent and very disturbing videos is like to show the evil that's prevalent within this world, which we already know.
Yeah, we all come from the same soil. It's like we all had to be born from a woman. You know what I'm saying? And we all gonna die inevitably. It's just what we do in between that literally dictates who we are as people and what we're gonna become in the next life.
Yeah, and like when you show these videos, you're talking about you want to invoke a certain type of emotion, like, but what else comes after the emotion?
Questioning. Like, where am I at, and why do we do these things?
I'm not gonna lie. If I had to question things, I had to question like, damn, my life is so good where I'm at right now because people are going through shit like that in those countries.
Yeah, no, seriously.
That's what they're gonna pretty much say at this point. Because now we're living in an era, in an age that we are numb to people suffering.
Exactly. And these are real videos. You know what I realized too? I watched some of the videos and I was like, man, this doesn't bother me half as much as it would have if I was like 14. And then I thought about, I played Fallout, and one perk in Fallout is called Bloody Mess.
I was about to ask you, like, does 2 girls in 1 cup like bother you today?
Not even a fourth as much. That's so sad.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell a story about 2 girls in 1 cup and what ruined what should have been the reaction for me was that my friend watching it was losing his shit, and I was laughing more at that than watching the video. and I literally just, like, made it funny. Every reaction just had me. He ain't a friend of mine no more, but like he
R.I.P.
Nah, don't say that. But every reaction, I was like dying laughing, and after a while, I just was like, oh man. I really don't care about the video.
It's like this is way more valuable right now. His reaction is
I felt so mad that I didn't have a camera phone back then. I was broke. No, I wasn't broke, but
the things you would have caught on camera phone for real. Like, you right.
Exactly, that would have been like a moment. But when it comes down to like, yeah, people are very numb to people suffering. You see how it is with, these white nationalists feeling a certain way about black people and not thinking that we're suffering from the complex, from all the shit that's going on with, how these laws, these police, all this other shit, and it's just crazy. So
Yeah, think about it. Like we scroll past, like you literally put your finger on plastic, swipe up, and see so many different images of people getting, this is what happened in this country. This is what people are going through over here. An activist son being lynched. You put an angry reaction, you share it, and then you go onto a cat video.
Or Sharkeisha beating the fuck out of somebody.
Exactly, yeah, and we're just like completely detached from what it means to be human and empathize. It's a gray area. That's exactly what tape is about. It's a gray area, and that's what those clips was trying to show. It's like, yo, why are these people doing this? What is the real purpose of it? Is it for some type of spiritual enlightenment? Is it for
for the Taliban or anybody who's in those in those I don't know if it's Muslim or Indian countries. I'm not really sure how to. I don't want to be ignorant while I'm saying this. I want to make sure I got the culture right. But people who do those things, it's most definitely a crusade against a certain religion.
And it's just
because remember there was a time when ISIS was just killing off Christians,
for real,
and killing off Christians, kids, women, everything. They was doing all that shit, and it was just crazy. And it was desecrating all these monuments and stuff like that. And that stuff is most definitely motivated by spirituality.
Yeah, it really is. And that's the thing. It's like my invisible guy is stronger than yours. Not even trying to be disrespectful. It's just that's literally what it comes down to.
I don't kind of subscribe to none of that. I'm not an atheist or nothing like that. But
I'm not either.
It's just like I don't know. And some people who are atheists to attribute things to science, but these scientists make medicine that fucks up more things in your body.
And seriously, that's
how can I trust them?
No, seriously, you hit the nail right in the head, yo.
Come on, so I can't trust them with anything, because if they can make a medicine that can alleviate your pain, your symptoms and stuff like that, more symptoms should not ever show that you didn't have before.
Yeah, it's just it's just aiding it. It's not healing it.
Exactly. So
if they healed it,
so fuck science too.
I wouldn't go that far, but I feel you.
No. I ain't gonna lie. Bill Nye the Science Guys is dope with me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I fuck with what you call it? What's his name?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
That you read my mind. Yeah, I fuck with him heavy.
Yeah, I don't want to go too deep. I heard he had a little Bill Cosby situation. I ain't trying to go too deep.
What? You serious?
I heard about it, but it didn't go any further than that. Nothing.
No, not Neil.
Not y'all know, not Neil. But I heard he's a douche. And I wouldn't. And I
look about him.
I'm not gonna lie. He looked like he could be.
Yeah, no, he's for real. He do got that.
If you're not an interested motherfucker, he most definitely will say you're dumb. You say you're dumb as fuck.
Yeah, more than likely. But it's when it really comes down to it, you just one human being, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now you have this podcast level content. It's almost like I want to make sure I have the amount. How many is it? 7 altogether?
Yeah, hold up. I'm pulling it up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6, if I remember right.
6. All right, cool. 6. So it's 6 episodes of content.
Mm-hmm.
But one that I really listened to straight through, it was the conversation that you had with Charles Hamilton. And for anybody who probably forgot or don't know, Charles Hamilton is a rapper who had a big upstart, and then I don't know. I heard stories that are very, very conflicting as to why he all of a sudden he disappeared. But he's dealing with some problems with depression and stuff like that. But he was a very big. He was about to be the next big thing in rap at one point.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And He had that Brooklyn Girl record. That shit was fire. That shit was fire. Like,
Yeah.
don't sleep. I know who Charles Hamilton. Fuck it.
And that's the same sample that like has been reused by Bryson Tiller and J. Cole. And then me now, but
yeah. And the thing about that is that, I really want to know, like, when did this exchange happen?
this happened right around July, like early July, late June. It was like in the middle of the night. Mind you, Charles Hamilton is a lot like me in a weird way. Like he'll be up in the middle of the night, just like reposting stuff. You get me?
Like, wait a minute. So was he this during this year?
Yeah, it was this year.
Oh wow! Now this question is really not gonna be as thought provoking as I wanted it to be.
No, go ahead.
I really felt like pretty much in this conversation that you was having with him, it seemed like in the beginning he was trying to give some advice, but some things kind of turned a little bit sour when it came to criticizing who you are and
he was
work.
Like, exactly. He was like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Koga Yokai." Like, I said that like in the beginning, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and like the whole this anime-based rap and all this other stuff, and like no one was gonna go for it. And I'm not gonna lie, I know it's Ace the Sixth Element. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I definitely know. Yeah, that's the only.
Yeah. Like he opened my eyes to a lot of this anime rap stuff, and it is most definitely like I'm not the biggest fan. I don't watch anime like I used to because crazy reasons that I will not say on the show.
I understand. I respect that.
I will say it after the show just to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't want to hear that.
So pretty much like he doesn't see it, but it seemed like you was really upset with what he was trying to tell you.
Yeah, this is like you know My Hero Academia.
Yeah.
Like All Might.
No.
That was like, that's like the main character. Anybody that listens and watch it, they're gonna know. That's like Deku talking to All Might. You feel me? It's like the student talking to the teacher, like that they looked up to for years, and imagine them saying some shit like that he was saying to me. You get me? Like low-key, that really made me really, really upset. I was upset for a good 3 days afterward, but I broke out of it and was like, you know what? No matter what, I said it to him too, if I remember right. Like, yo, it don't matter if my family, my friends, or anybody else support me. I'm doing this for me and the people that need to hear it. Like, in the end of the day, like, because it's something. It's the same thing that drove you to pick up a mic and make music. It's the same thing that drove me inevitably. It's to get that off your chest and to help people. To say you're not the only one going through this. You feel me? So you're not gonna diminish my value just because you. I have a lot of things to say about I was gonna say some real wild stuff just now. I'm like, no, I'm not.
No, say it.
No, it's
oh no, what you about to say?
Like, just literally when it comes down to it, you shouldn't let your own box or macabre or no Merkaba, excuse me, mispronunciation. You shouldn't let your own Merkaba be so limited if you're as woke as you claim to be. And he still is definitely, very, very conscious of what's going on, like for a fact, no doubt. But literally when it comes down to it, exactly what you said about not being an atheist, you just like, open to question. People are scared to question because it like shakes their ideology.
You've been taught all your life to do this, praise this, and you get born into it. You have no choice into it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say to him too, like that's the thing. I don't know if I even said it to him, but like literally, you insulting me, but I always say this, like, 5 + 4 = 9, but so does 3 + 6. Is more than one way to get the same result.
Exactly.
In the end of the day, we still made music that was very, very open-hearted. You know what I mean? Like I literally poured myself for these people. You get me? And you did the same thing. So you're not gonna say to me that I'm not doing something right, or who am I? Right. Still got love for the man, still got respect, but that's just on my own grown man status. Like, you're not gonna do that. You're really not gonna do that.
So, like, do you feel that your art is not subjected to criticism?
Oh no, not at all. I love criticism. I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to hate it when I first started, but now it's like, okay, what can I do different now? You get me? Like,
Yeah,
thank you.
exactly.
Like, I need
Like
something new.
you gonna feel like how Kanye West really feels. He needs somebody that's around who's not a yes man who will like tell him that this shit trash.
Exactly. Yeah, somebody's gonna be like, yo, look past all the money and be like, yo, this don't sound that good, bro.
Bro, this ain't it.
Yeah, like, yo, maybe you should do it this way. You get me? Like,
yeah.
And that's what I feel like Ian Connor was for him. You get me? That's why like a lot of people like him, because Ian Connor really just tell it how it is. You get me? And of course he had, his things that obviously didn't go the way they should have been, and a lot of mess ups. But when it comes down to music and influence in music, he low key is really influential, bro. Like,
Okay.
for real. And I'm not even gonna say he's the most. Don't get me wrong. Like, I heard that I heard it, but I'm just saying that more in the aspect of like giving a way of to like a new way of thinking. You get me? Giving room for a new way of seeing it. You get me? Like, instead of looking at it from 5 plus 4, I'm looking at it now as 1 plus 8.
And
I didn't think about it like that before. Thank you.
And also, like, because now being that you told me that this interview that y'all had, this exchange of words that y'all have had, my question was gonna be, because I thought this interview probably was like done like about a year or two ago, maybe, but I really wanted to ask, like, what strides have you tried to make to prove him wrong?
Oh, performing. For one, dropping this project. Definitely working on my image. Definitely working on promotion.
And now, what you mean your image, man? Like, what's the Koga Yokai image?
The Koga Yokai image is like a hippie look. You feel me? That's mainly what it is. Like,
so
it's like an anime hippie.
So if I copped you some Kanye West clothes and ripped off the label, go for that look,
I would be like, yo, how you had that much money to be ripping off labels? That's my first question.
I ain't doing that shit.
Yeah. Second
I ain't
question,
supporting that motherfucker.
like, should I do it? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like, he did say make America great again. I don't know. It was never great.
Never was.
But it's more of like a reminiscent to the 60s, like, but still with a modern twist. That's what I'm working on, at least. You know what I mean? But currently, it's just like, my homie here doing nail right on the head. It's just normie. Like, I just dress like a known person, and I feel like that's what sort of sticks out in a weird way. Is so many people are trying to dress, extravagant costumes, and have like crazy dyed hair, and just be seeing somebody normal do it. It's like, oh, wow, what's this? It's the same feeling you get when there was nobody really dressing all crazy like that, and somebody dressed crazy. You get me? No, not crazy. I'm gonna use the wrong word to describe it. More of unique and progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always somebody that's gonna be at the opposite side of the spectrum. Like, hey, this is what I want to do, and then more people are gonna still be like, hey, I agree. We don't have to wear, dress all these crazy colors and whatnot. It doesn't have to be like that. But I respect you for doing it, and respect me for doing what I do. So my image is more just like, me transitioning to hippie, because I always want to dress like a hippie. You know what I mean? I always felt like that resonated with me. So now it's just building up that chi to do it.
Right. So I don't want to go really in depth with all the content, but if you'd like to give a brief synopsis of all the, all these skits that are on the project, give them like a brief synopsis, give the people like an insight of these skits, of like why these skits being put on this project, why they mean so much to you.
Every last second of sound or video on this has some type of personal meaning to me. Like, for example, with the videos, I don't like bro shit like that. I really don't. And even when I like cook and I pick up chicken, it feels like, oh, this is disgusting. What am I doing? I eat this? So seeing that just made me think like, yo, this is the actual human being that we're looking at, And then it made me think of like, so is, the chicken was like alive as well, It's just certain little parallels, and there has to be a gray area in between that where we just cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And literally the overarching theme with this is just, the best way to describe it is with the skits. For example, I said with the skit where he said at the beginning of Jersey Dreams, like, so you think you're better than these people want to take? Yeah, no, I'm not. No human can be. because none of us can be better than any other of us. Like, you can't act like that. You can't demonize one man and then deify another. It has to be a certain point where they both do something that you don't agree with. Hands down. And then another skit on the song what was the name of it? Oh yeah, it was Wonder. At the end of it, Karama, character from Yu Yu Hakusho, was saying like, said this is gonna give you a reason to hate all humans. And if you look at some of the things and really, really think about what's going on, you're like, yo, this is literally disgusting. But it's a gray area because you listen to some of the skits, the other the sound bites, what you call the podcast notes, and you hear me pouring my heart out. You get me? Me literally being just completely vulnerable. So it balances out in a weird way. But it's very, in my opinion, very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful because it makes me at least question what's my position in this world and what do I have to say to make these messages and the things I see really, really stand out. And I'm definitely not done with it. I'm definitely not done with saying all that I have to say. This one was just something that was been on my chest for a long time. Like, I really have to make music that just shows that it's not always about bragging. You get me? Sometimes you do feel fucked up and nobody's there to hear you. You get me? Like, that's the song on, middle school. The hook is saying, and nobody understands what I'm going through. How many people do you know has been depressed and said, nobody understands me? Nobody gets me.
A lot.
Like almost everybody. So isn't that enough to unify us that we all feel misunderstood?
Yes.
That's the gray area. You know, that's literally the gray area. And then the skit with what you call it? It's called John Wayne Kemper. And literally the first one was with Kemper, and then I think it was the other way around. Yeah, it was John Wayne Gacy and then Kemper. And Kemper he murdered his mother actually. And the weird thing is, even in the clip that I got it from, you could see that he genuinely loved his parent. Like, for real. He just had a really, really deep sickness inside of him that wasn't addressed in the right way. And that's the only way he could portray it. But don't we all have things that are really, really deep and dark about us that if left to their own vices would turn into a very, very corrupted, grotesque thing? Aren't we all like that?
Are you?
Only on the weekends, man. No, seriously. I'm more of a, like, this is exactly what I'm saying with it. I'm a blend of like good and bad. I'm neither, light nor dark, and I never will be. And I feel like that's something that we all have to come to terms with at some point in our life. Is that I'm literally chopping down a tree to make a house. I'm killing this animal to survive. The irony.
Yeah. So, are you aware that we are in the ADHD nation and
Oh yeah, that's the thing. Remember I said Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah.
I've reserved myself, at least a part of myself, to believe that a lot of the things I'm saying are not gonna be really caught on with until I'm not here. You feel me? And I'm cool with that.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, now that I'm interviewing you and I'm understanding where you're going with this project. Like, to be honest, the first listen I wasn't feeling it. Mm-hmm. There's two songs that I liked a lot.
Yeah.
But now that you put some perspective into some of these records, I'm gonna most definitely go back and try to really listen. And
I appreciate that.
Because, like, at the end of the day, I can't listen to an album one time and say, "Yeah, this is it's a classic." I can't do that. I'm born in '89. That does not work. It doesn't work. I don't consume music so quick like that. It takes me time. Like, I tell people, like, when Control System from Ab-Soul came out, like, a year later, I caught lines that was like, "What the fuck? How I ain't catch that line?" Like,
seriously. Absolutely, another one.
Yeah, like, I'll be like catching shit. Like, I'll be like, "Yo, I've been catching shit before. I usually go catching lines like it's nothing."
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like, it was more deeper meaning, more deeper entendres and shit like that. And that's why I was like, you know what? maybe I was just mad as fuck with all the content that with
Yeah.
the whole shit. And
Listen to the
like,
tracks, bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, that's the
Yeah.
thing. When I get to uploading it on online and everything, it's just gonna be the songs. It's not gonna be literally the clips and
I'm
everything
not
else.
gonna lie. I was mad as hell when I saw the Charles Hamilton record wasn't the song. I was like, damn it.
What's going on?
I was like, Charles Hamilton on this what fucking project?
Word, yeah, it's
damn,
crazy.
I can't wait. These niggas is just talking.
Yeah, I could actually get him on the track though, like for real. Like, I just hit him on Facebook, bro. Like, he's super accessible. That's what I like about him. Like, no same way.
That's what's up, dude. Like
real.
Yeah. So, man, if you wanted to be in a certain type of anime, I know let's kick Yu Yu Hakusho out of it because this is what the project's based on.
Mm-hmm.
What type of anime would you love to be a part of?
Whew. Ah, man, you just took away one of my favorites. I'd say
too bad, nigga. You made a song, you made an album based off that anime. You can't use it.
You ain't lying. I say Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter.
Word.
Because it's actually based on but it's the story arcs of, like, it literally cycles around humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's like really outside of the the main characters. None of them are really outside of or not human. You get me? Like,
right.
Anthropomorphic or anything like that. Like, only the enemies are anthropomorphic, and then they even cross a gray area in a lot of ways. But the reason why I say that anime is because or manga is because it literally, like, the power levels are insane. The fact that they have different ways, different classifications for how you can exert your power, and how some people just have innate ways of doing it. Like, I feel like that's something that's already with us as already. That parallels real life in general. Like, we all have different things that we're just innately good at,
right?
Better than other people.
So, I just want you to picture something. A lot of these people who don't watch anime feel it's for kids. You think that's you think? No. This is like the general consensus of people who don't watch anime. They feel this way, right?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you ever feel inclined to put on the first episode of Elfen Lied to fuck them up?
Honestly, keep it real with you. If they say, "Oh, it's just for kids," then I'll be like, "Hey, so it's Adventure Time." They talked about astral projection in that one. That's a big boy right there. I ain't gonna front.
Nah, we don't want to go that far with Adventure Time. I fucks with Adventure Time.
I fuck with Adventure Time too. That's what I'm saying. Like, literally, like, it's really not for
to be honest, like, these fucking shows that Cartoon Network made, like Adventure Time and regular show, that shit wasn't for no motherfucking kids.
Literally,
like,
I was watching, was not meant for kids at all. Like,
because it was made by the creators of Super Jail. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like, you know how crazy. I don't even gotta say it. Everybody know how crazy Super Jail was.
Fucking
bro.
wild.
Like, it really was. Like, it makes my album look like what?
Like,
some of the things
they borderline had characters from Super Jail in the motherfucking show.
You right, yo, Eddie, you right. You learn something, Luigi. Yo, you right, bro.
I was like sitting here like, yo, because you know what's so crazy? I was watching regular show. I was watching regular show with my nephew who was 6 at the time. No, he was actually 4. And he just looked at the screen and was scared as shit. And I was like, yep, not for you.
Yeah, you can't handle this little guy. Not yet.
Not yet, kid. Like, and I'm like, this is a show that's on like television, not before the time kids are going to sleep. It's during the time kids are up.
Literally, yeah. And then mind you, like, at that age too, like, it was just, well, not even just, but kids were staying up later and later because the ideas of time really didn't. It's sort of warping now, but like,
it's warping now.
Like, it really is.
Nigga, I'm hitting
like,
30. Time is everything.
Yeah, it really is.
Like,
it really is.
I gotta go by schedule and shit. Like, I gotta go to bed at 10 now.
You scared me. You right though.
No. If you're into this music shit, you'll stay up forever.
That's first for when I first started recording. I never forget. I still got that on webcam too that I recorded with. Yes, I recorded with a webcam when I first started. I wanted wanted it that bad. You get me? The hunger was that deep with it. But like I stay up to like 3 or 4 in the morning making like 7 songs. You get me? Drop all 7. You get me? Like it really, when you really make music like that and you really in the zone, it just resonates with you. But what I was gonna say about the real quick, anime being for kids, it's not for kids. Even an anime that does cater to kids in a sort of like childish way always has some like an adult or a skewed or warped paradigm to it. Like it's something that's added to it that makes it like way past the level of the intellect of a child. You know what I'm saying? It's like how certain American films or like American cartoon movies and stuff like that, they'll have a joke where only the adults get it. That happens like on a thematic sense. That happens a majority of the times with anime and especially manga. That's not even getting the manga. It's not even getting the manga, but yeah, specifically anime is not for kids. Like it's for everybody.
So what anime would you recommend to people who are just trying to get into anime? It could be old, it can be new. I know Yu Yu Hakusho probably one.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'd say Yu Yu Hakusho, Hunter x Hunter, Samurai Champloo.
Yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because that one, honestly, I look back at it and I'm like, yo, it's even better than I thought it was. But
shout out to Nujabes.
For real, RIP. Like for real. He was born on the same day as Jay Dilla. But
yeah, I know, man.
It's wild. Yeah, both Aquarius. Let's not even get into that. But
don't make me sad.
Yeah, for real. I had to say, My Hero Academia, definitely. That one is just like, oh man, it's like it reaches out of the screen at you. It's like the characters are right there with you, like on so many different ways. It's weird. Like it really is weird. I'd have to say, no, I'm not gonna say Naruto because everybody knows about Naruto, and Naruto is a little bit too convoluted for people that's just getting into it. You feel me?
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna say Sword Art Online.
Too many fucking episodes, bro. Like,
yeah, they have filler art, bro.
After a while, I stopped getting into Shippuden. Like, I was watching it in Japanese and everything, and I just after a while, like it was like you're gonna get to Sasuke, and I'm just like, okay. 7 episodes later, we getting to Sasuke.
I'm like, what happened?
So Sasuke's coming. 7 episodes later, I'm like, oh my god, how can y'all make so many fucking episodes of like getting to one person?
Seriously,
damn,
like, for real. Oh yeah, another one, Inuyasha. That's one that literally.
Inuyasha's my shit.
Yeah, and I got my name from that, obviously. So of course I gotta represent, But on the theme level wise, like the things it covers is very, very complex. The main character is like, biracial kid. He's like Logic.
I'm black, I'm white, I'm white.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man. Like, and I feel like there's one more that just sticking out. Hold up, give me a second. We gonna get it.
Is that Rurouni Kenshin?
Actually, yeah. Honestly, I ain't going front. Rurouni Kenshin is it's right up there. And Hajime no Ippo. Honestly, those. Then I'm done. That's it.
Word.
That's it. Because I can go on for days telling people that ones that you can get into. But honestly, Hajime no Ippo is perfect because most people already know about boxing and are familiar with, some of the things. And everybody loves a good underdog story. And that's nothing but underdog. And the manga's still going on to this day. So catch it with that, guys. Like, for real. Like, it's really, really worth it. Not even going front.
Since you didn't warn me on what to expect on the Chapter Black tape, what do you want the people to get out of this project?
Question where you're at in life and appreciate the things you have and the people around you. Every good, bad, neutral experience and interaction that we have all culminates into us. So if you say you love yourself, shouldn't you love everything that's around you? And of course we have innate things that we hate and don't like, but that's what makes things interesting in a way. Like, think about it. If I was playing basketball by myself on the court, it's fun a little bit, but what makes it fun? Other people being there that's trying to stop me from doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want people to realize and appreciate. It's like, yo, I literally have, A, B, and C talents. but the C, but the EFG, excuse me, I'm fucking up. But the EFG talents that the other side have, they look pretty similar to me, and that's what makes me so mad. It's the main thing. Another core thing that I want people to take from this too is a majority of times the people that we don't like are people that are very similar to us.
Yo, you a motherfucking fugitive, dude? Are you on the run?
No, I'm not. I'm not at all, man. I'm pretty chill. This time does make me look a little wild, man. And the sirens too, but nah. It's just I'm right by the window, so the window hot,
man. Look, you sending me them videos and shit like that,
The funny story is I was a little, I was like, but the crazy thing is that website that I got it from is completely legal. It's weird. It really is.
They post these videos sometime on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah,
they put the blur over and say, "Oh, this has some highly sensitive content."
And they just click it, and it's like you see the craziest thing you've seen in the last 2 hours. You're like, "Oh, this is crazy. Let me share this."
Nah, ain't doing that. Yeah. I hate when people be doing that shit. Like, yo, why you showing this shit to people?
Yeah, if it's really crazy, it's like, all right, you wilding. But if it's like funny a little bit, but still wild, like, oh no, I have a little weird sense of humor, but I don't like to see people. That's the thing. Everybody has their limits, and my limit when it comes down to like sensitive content is like things that y'all taking advantage of people. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I do not like that in the least bit. Like, so outside of that, when it's just like, if it's funny, I'm gonna laugh. But if it's taking advantage of people, even in the slightest bit, I'm like, nah. Or it's trying to, have some type of superiority complex. That's one of my biggest things that I don't like personally. Right. And that's another thing that I like. That's actually probably theme 3 that's biggest about it. That's about saying like, hey, we're all on the same level. And no matter how much we try and say we're not, we are. Why do you think people like J. Cole so much? Because literally, he's a millionaire, but he's still just dressed in regular clothes.
Exactly.
He's like, yo, what? Why do I have to prove that I have? Why even spend all this money on things that aren't gonna be here in a while? It's gonna be like, it's not even gonna be here in like 20 years. I'd rather spend it on experiences and being around people that I love. Just appreciation, questioning, and literally equality. That's the biggest thing, and it's a very gross way of showing equality, but anybody that really listens will get exactly what I'm saying with this.
Right. So this is the part of the episode where you get to plug in your social media, where they can find you, your other music, and tell them if you have a show coming up. So I'm giving you the floor to tell people.
Okay, well, my Instagram, hold up, open up my phone. Oh, I love that. I love that type of work. I love it so much. My Instagram is Koga_Yokai. You feel me? And my Twitter, you go to Twitter just to make sure. I believe it's all one word, but we're about to make sure real quick. Can't be too sure. It's Koga Yokai, one word, on Twitter as well. On Twitter, and then you can find me on Facebook, Koga Yokai. So just type in Koga and Yokai, you gonna find me.
I was about to say real name. So that's not how you can find them.
For real, yeah. I don't know who that person is. Legend has it.
Legend has it. Yeah, man. Like, yo, it's good to have Koga Yokai to be the first guest of Gem Radio, the 3rd season. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and Koga, is good talking to you, man.
And good talking to you too.
I hope the best. I hope the best for you in your career. I know we're gonna cross paths. Not one of these days. If I ever leave the house after work.
I feel that. I ain't going front. I feel that. That's what the main reason why, you said performances. I'm like, bills, but I ain't, against it. Just right now.
You gotta get out there if you really want to you want to really become that icon that you really want to be.
You know what? You're right. You
Yeah.
right.
You're right. He gonna turn off this fucking microphone and be like, that nigga wildin'.
I'm about to take off my headphones, throw them down, jump out the window. I'm out here.
So I'm a legend.
No, for real.
Yo, this is episode 33 of Gem Radio. My name is Mr. B, and we'll see you next time.
Wizardry is like polygamy with synergy. Can it be divine minds in proximity? Whispering that I gotta die to fight bigotry.